It's the JT Cho Show!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the JT Show. I'm your host, JT, and I'm going to need you to stare into the tip of this. All right. Anyways, episode 83. Today is Wednesday. It's not Tuesday. Here's what happened. I need to be better at time management. We all make mistakes. I know I said, hey, JT Show is going to start coming out on Tuesdays for JT Tuesdays. We're going to try better next week. But it's Wednesday. Better late than never. Lots to talk about today. Let's start with dining, okay? Had kind of a mixed up day to where, had to fix the breaker box in my old house. Some Faja came into town, took it apart, figured out what was wrong, went to the store, got it all taken care of. So they helped me out. I went over to my grandmother's house with my dog, see if they would dig up some ground moles. But it was so late in the day that I was like, you know what? I don't even feel like cooking. I'm going to eat at this new restaurant called Lefty's Cheesesteak. It's not like a local place or anything. I'm pretty sure it's a chain. But I want to let you guys know how frustrated I was. So they take your order and they're like, hey, what kind of car do you drive? And I was like, Ford F-150. And they're like, oh, okay, well, we need a name too. And I was like, okay. And so I ordered, and they're like, you can pull up in the parking lot next door, and then we'll come out and give you your sandwiches. And I was like, oh, I saw the here's the problem with Jackson, and it's the problem with Popeyes, and it's the problem with a lot of restaurants. They never accounted for a pandemic like this to happen, and the way that these drive-thrus are set up, they just force traffic into the streets. It's terrible. When they built the new Popeyes, they built their it's on the corner, and the way that they built their drive-thru sucks, and if it's too busy, they have to have a tenant out there, and they're trying to be Chick-fil-A, but they're not. And the attendants just to, make sure people, so you're picking up your food, but you got people coming in behind you to order, so there's this really awkward curve, and it was built terribly. Terrible. Whoever designed it, you should get in trouble, okay? So Lefty's essentially the same thing. Small, tiny, little drive-thru, very tight. And they're like, right next door, that's where you can park. Well, this parking lot's terrible. There's cars all over the place. They have some signs with some numbers. Never used it for anybody, but there's really no integrity. Integrity Farms. There's really no integrity to this parking lot, okay? The lines are, it's not like here's a row and clearly paint. No, this fucking place sucked. And for a minute I had my dogs in the back, and I was like sitting in my car, and I was waiting. I was like, damn, dude, I shouldn't have waited. I should have just went home. This is what you get. And I was kind of upset because I was waiting so long. And I was like, man, dude, they I'm not even close to there. There's nowhere for me to park. My truck's big, tiny parking lot, no integrity to it. Cars are just all over the fucking place. So I went in, and they're like, oh, it's not ready. We're waiting on cheesesteak. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, you're a cheesesteak place, what, okay, if I sold hamburgers, I would probably have a lot made up. I mean, keep them coming. But they were waiting on cheesesteak. I know I went out to eat, but okay, so the people working inside were nice, okay? I saw the cooks and the people walking the food and the people working the window. They were all nice. I didn't really see a GM or nothing, but some stuff happened to where another fella comes in. He's like, I want my money back. I've been waiting a half an hour, and they look, and boom, there's this cheesesteak just laying there. He's like, I've been in the parking lot, and they're like, oh, we didn't know. Some people drive off. You got to have a texting something. You got to have a buzzer or something that needs to be fixed if your business wants to be successful, because I don't know the next time I'll go back. All in all, their hoagie's okay. I just had their basic one, but you gotta judge the basic one first. There's a couple hot options, if I ever do go back. I almost wanted to leave a Yelp review on this for sure, just a constructive criticism one, not you suck and you're ugly. No, just hey, that's what your parking lot is. Okay, make it better. But yeah, man, exercising has been going great. Might take today off. Not sure yet. Still haven't decided. Depends how I feel after this, and got to get back to streaming. Streaming's been okay. I've been really frustrated with OBS Studios. I've been doing a lot of Google research and why things crash, and it sucks. It really takes away from the continuity of the stream itself, and it's just very frustrating. But I deleted it from my computer. I downloaded the wrong one. I downloaded the 64-bit. Had to delete that one. But the cool thing about OBS is it can save your user settings. So it saved all of my starting, ending, intermission. It saved all of my overlays and everything on it, which was nice because I didn't have to go back in and do it. And then I streamed for like 4 straight hours, so hopefully that works. But video gaming has been great. I'm gonna talk about Death's Door when I beat it, but man, that is such a great game. I love that game. I've been playing a lot of games lately, so probably a future podcast, probably next week. For JT Tuesdays for episode 84, I'll probably do a bunch of game reviews because I've just been playing a bunch of different indie games, or not indie games, but I've been playing more than just Call of Duty. Apex Season 10's out, new character, like him a lot. One thing I like a lot that you don't when you're using it in the practice mode in the firing range, it's his name is Seer, I believe, and his ability is he can essentially shoot a hallway tracker through any object, and it can pinpoint people through walls and shit, but it interrupts whatever they're doing. So if they're healing and stuff, it can interrupt their sequence. And actually we were playing arenas last night, and that happened to cut, and he died. He only had 10 health left because when it hits you, it does 10 health, and it's also a flashbang if it hits you head on, I believe. He's got this weird dome cage that people can freely come in and out, kind of like Gibraltar's, but it's set up differently. So it's still a dome, but it's connected, and he can ping, he sees footprints and stuff. His little heartbeat, he's got a little heartbeat when he looks down sight. He can hear people when they're running and stuff. He's a very interesting character, and it's going to be a really good grind. I already bought the battle pass. There's a cool Volt skin at the end of it. But all in all, for the first day, didn't play very hot. Our teamwork wasn't really meshing. And we'll see if we can play some ranked arenas tonight, because that's new for Season 10, so I'm pretty excited about that so far. Golfing, going golfing tomorrow. Usually, I'm like, hey, here's the JT update about golf. But all in all, it's been going well. First year clubs, TaylorMades. We'll do an end of the year review for the TaylorMades, and then sooner or later I'm gonna have to go hit the rest of these courses so I can do that podcast about them. So so 5 people can hear it. But some other good things that are going for me right now. So I have this lovely cactus farm, and this cactus right here, man, he's scooting on up, man. He's pretty big, but I'm really excited because these cactuses will go into the cactus farm next year in the backyard. I gotta dig that up for sure. Yeah, but hopefully, they keep surviving as well. What else has been going on? Okay, so here's gonna be the 2 cents from JT about this entire thing. So we've all been watching the Olympics, okay? And Simone Biles, she did pull herself out for mental health issues. Good. Do whatever you need to take care of your body at the end of the day. You're an Olympic athlete, okay? I'm pretty sure that you're more qualified than me, somebody who's just watching the fucking Olympics, sitting on their couch. I'm pretty sure you're more qualified to tell me if you're mentally or physically ready enough to do what you need to do to win those gold medals. Now, people just got on social media. First of all, they're never going to see your shit. She's never going to log in and be like, hey, John from Milwaukee, thanks for calling me a piece of shit, she's never going to do that, She's America's sweetheart. She's a nice lady. She's one of the most decorated Olympians in history. She's represented the United States. She's made the United States look better than what it actually is, okay? She's a phenomenal athlete, and everyone should just shut the fuck up and mind their own business. I was on Twitter the other day, all right? I was on Twitter, and I saw this tweet that was and I don't care if you're vaccinated or not, that's your business, not mine, but someone's tweet read, I don't care about your reasons. I don't care about your reasons for not being vaccinated. Please just get away from me. And I replied, mine these days is I don't care. Just please leave me alone. And I was like, no, mine these days is just I don't care, leave me alone. And you know, I'm slowly becoming just like this turtle hermit of a person. It's like I'd rather, I mean, I like to work out, I like to go places, but there's something that happened today that it was something with the drivers and the way that they were just not just slowly, like they were just like, for instance, when you're making a left onto a 5-lane road, 2 lanes going like to the right side, 2 lanes going left side with a yellow middle median. The suicide lane, for lack of better terms, is what they call it. You know, I wore these glasses mowing my lawn, and now there's like there's dry grass on it. Anyways, so this car took a left, got in the suicide lane, and this other car, excuse me, it's only a 3-lane. So, you know, median, suicide lane, and then 2 sides. So he took a left, and the car in front of me, like, slowed down so they could merge. And I'm like, no, like, first of all, that's, like, not how you merge. You don't get to sit in the suicide lane. Like, we've all done it. But when you're not doing it, shut the fuck up and get it out of my face, okay? So she let him in. Then I had to run a yellow light, like a stalling yellow. Like, if I got pulled over, I'd be like, yep, you got me. I did that today. And I mean, the way these people are driving and how long it took for, and I touched these cactuses earlier because there's some fucking weeds in there, and now I've got little like stingers in me. Anyways, little needles. But yeah, and then like the way that Lefties was set up, and you know, I don't really get angry, but it was just like a buildup of all these things to where I was like, man, I just want to get fucking home, where I can just shut out the world and then everyone can just leave me alone. Even though that I like to stream, it's just the comfort of being in your own fucking house, you know? Nothing beats it. How quiet it is, how nice it feels. It's lovely. It's like this evening. I love doing podcasts outside. If I can move this to outside full time, I would, but I live in Michigan and we do have winter, but I definitely will do a winter podcast for sure. But the Olympics, United States men's golf was won by an American, Schaffelty, or I can't pronounce his name. I watched a lot of Olympic golf. The guy from Mexico, who I can't recall, had some of the best ball striking, like for short irons I've seen, and I've never heard of him before. Like for instance, hole 18, day 2, last group, one of the last groups, he hits his driver into the rough pretty far away. So instead of just, you know, launching a ball out of a bad lie in the thickness, he just takes out a shot, shoots about 75 yards, uses his third shot on a par 4 to get within 10 feet of the cup, and then he put it in for par. Super smart play. I never do that because I don't have the confidence, skill, but, you know, depending on where I'm at, I might as well whack it because it's not like I was going to get to the green from that distance anyways, but that's where I need to get better as a golfer. But men's soccer, I believe, won a gold. Hold on. Sorry, that was Earl. Hey man, that sounds like a great time shooting the old cast outside. But yeah, man, for sure. Anyways, sorry about that. At what time did that happen? 13:45ish. Okay, so maybe I'll put some little fucking music on there to. Anyways, I lost my train of thought. Usually I'm better than that, but this was almost a little time-sensitive material. But, anywho, what is... Oh, yeah, the Olympics, though, we have, I think, 79 medals total. Don't have the most gold. China cleaned up, man. Cleaned up the golds. Good for them. I watched the Filipino woman who... won the clean and jerk, I think it's called. Oh man, that was like a crazy, I don't know, I just got caught up to where like you turn on your TV and shit's on it and you're like, I'm lazy. So I'm just like sitting there and I'm like watching like these buff chicks like just fucking lift some weights, and I was like, holy shit. Like I can't, like I love my cardio right now and I love my regiment that I have, but I can't wait to start going back to the gym and doing some fucking deadlifts for sure. And people are like, why aren't you there right now? Well, you know, I got to find a gym and find a new job first, so then I can find out what gyms and what schedule that I need for the gyms. And then, sorry, there's another needle there. But basically, like, you know, I don't want to get a gym now and then I can't go to it if I get a new job. And I'm running outside and still losing weight. And I don't plan to stop the cardio really either. I'm not trying to, like, bulk up super huge. But, you know, I want to drop about 10 more pounds and build 10 more pounds in muscle. So we'll see if we can get it done. It'll be a process. But, you know, all the villagers here who listen to the JT Show on a regular basis, which is like 5 of you, a lot of y'all, you know, who hit me up in private, I've been like, damn, dude, you're looking Gucci. And I'm like, thank you so much, man. Like, bless your heart. So it's just like physical fitness. You just got to do it. I know it's tough sometimes. It's going to be tough for me today. There's still a 50-50 shot. Like, in my head right now, I'm like, look how nice it feels outside. You're wearing an athletic shirt. You're wearing athletic undies. You're good to go, man. Just fucking run. And then the other half of me is like, hey, fat, lazy piece of shit. You know what sounds great? Sitting your ass in your gaming chair and playing video games until your brain goes numb. But I can always do that. And, like, there's just this constant battle of, like, do it and don't do it. Then, like, hey, ride your bike instead. And then my body's like, I'd rather run. I'd rather get a 4-mile run in than a, 17-mile bike ride. Because I usually just ride my bike for an hour, but I got to stop being so lazy and actually start eating healthier and getting things that's, going to make me physically fit, for sure. But, man, dude, usually I've like more to talk to you about, but I don't, and I don't have a guest today either. If you guys saw Prather last week, we ended up playing some MLB The Show. He did kick my ass. Good for him. But he helped me fix the hitting. So, for all that's worth, that's cool. Video game system-wise, too, I'm going to plan on probably getting the $300 Xbox, the one without the disk drive. The reason why is because you can still play Apex on it because I'm not switching over to the computer because of the joint account thing, and it's just one of those things that I don't want to let go, man. I'm not spending the money on all those people again, and I don't care. I'll just keep playing until the day I die. Plus the new 2K will be on there, so we got a third that'll definitely play with us for sure. I've never played Fortnite before, but my roommate is watching all these people get back in Apex, and he keeps saying the same thing, like, yeah, I got to figure it out, I got to re-download it. And I was like, look, man, if you download Apex, I'll download Fortnite, and I'll play with you, and I'll stream it. But I've never played Fortnite, and I'm willing to play Fortnite for sure on the PC, just to see what it's all about. Never played before. So super happy for that. By the way, I don't know, you can't really see too well, but man, dude, I cut my grass yesterday, and it just looks super crispy right now. And nothing gets a homeowner's rocks off more than mowing your grass and having it look good, and then your neighbors are like, oh fuck, I gotta mow now. So my neighbor mowed, and that neighbor mowed, so all my neighbors mowed, and now it just looks like a crispy corner because it's just this corner right now that's looking extra crispy, extra fresh. But other than that, though, I guess I'm just going to have to cut it short for the JT Show. I know we really didn't talk about a lot, but that's what this podcast is, There's no new comedy yet. I'm still searching for that new job. This production company that I was supposed to do a show for just stopped hitting me up altogether, so I'm really going to have to start doing some digging, get some representation, and I'm going to have to start like cutting down on expenses so I can save up for travel, because I think that's the next best thing for me to do. But I just want to thank everybody every week for tuning in. Just leave comments. Let me know if you want me to tell you about stuff or give you my little insight on it, or things happening in this world. Baseball's crazy, the trades are crazy, the Cubs are no more. The Cade Cunningham, the Detroit Pistons, the #1 overall draft pick. Holy shit, we didn't even talk about that. Let's pause that goodbye for a second. I can't wait. He put his buffs on, dude. We signed Isaiah Livers. Man, Michigan had such a good draft, such a good Agorza, and I forget the other guy that we got. But we're gonna be a nice little 8 seed. Someone said we're gonna be in the play-in seed, but Cade Cunningham's gonna lead us back to the playoffs. You can say that here right now. Let's go, woo! Aaron Rodgers back in Green Bay, super happy about that. Yeah, I'm Team Aaron Rodgers. Okay, I love the Packers organization. I can see what they're doing, but at the same time, they're kind of pieces of shit for it. So, good luck using Aaron Rodgers for this last year, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But other than that, though, I just want to keep this short, light, brief, and if you guys like the smaller ones, the shorter ones, leave a comment. Just let me know. But this was episode 83 of the JT Show. I'm your host, JT, signing out, Captain's Log. I hope you guys have a blessed day, blessed week. Tuesday, I will pre-record it if I have to, but I'm off that day. So Tuesday, JT Show, episode 84. Be there, JT Tuesday.